200% you will be asked by the examiner this question relating to the topic, and you already have the answer ready. You have copy pasted and you answer confidently. Let's dive into
prepared. But how to get a high score if you have fluency and coherence and you know these questions are going to be asked 100%? Obviously you will be very fluent and you will be very coherent. Your ideas will be linked to each other, and especially the grammar would be accurate. The lexical is there, and you can get your high scores and easily score a band 7. So if you are stuck at that 6 or 5 band, please, this video is very important for you, even if you want a 9 band. So this is a bonus for you. How? I'll tell you. Because I'm going to cover all the possible questions that are related to work and career, and you can just copy paste them, right? In fact, they are templates and you can mold them according to your requirement, and therefore you will not sound memorized. So how have I done? I have picked up 10 situations or topics which you will be asked 100%, and you can just copy paste, or you can say it's a template and you can mold it accordingly. I'll tell you how, don't worry. Now the first question they always ask is, do you work, or are you a student, or do you work or study, whatever. Okay, so if you want that, you want to describe your current job, even if you're not in job, I'll tell you. Okay, so there was a question, or you are unemployed, even that is being covered. Understand? So suppose you are working. So how to answer this question according to your requirement? So you can say, I am a teacher, or I am a software engineer, whatever you want to say. I mean, this you have to fill in. By profession, and my expertise is in teaching English, or coding, or I am a accountant and my expertise is framing balance sheets. See, I do not know what type of job you are, and I've been in this profession for the last 40 years, you may be for the last 2 years, whatever. So the period of time is important, and this is an high band. Again, the grammar. In fact, I have been an integral part of a company or an organization or a limited company or a school whose focus is on holistic development, or whose focus is on software development, whatever you are in this, or whose focus is on whatever you want to say. Okay, so focuses means the purpose of your company or your organization. I hope you are getting it. Now this is if you are in a currently employed, right? Now, so if they ask you about your past job, okay, so before, where were you placed, or your past job. So I previously worked as a teacher in a CBSE school, or in whatever, or I previously worked as a accounts officer in a public limited company. Whatever is your profession that you have to do, okay, according to that. However, I made the choice to shift to the current position or your location, shift to Bangalore, because it has infinite opportunities. I shifted to Bangalore to become an accounts manager because the salary is handsome. Yes, you could say the salary is handsome and the opportunities are unlimited, or Delhi or whatever, or you have shifted to the countryside because I find it is quite peaceful. It is not that you have always to say Bangalore or Delhi, right? So this is what you are going to copy paste if you want to talk about your past job. All, the grammar, the lexical taken into consideration, okay? Then the future job. I'm open. So do you think that you would be changing your job? They ask this question. So I'm open to the idea of exploring a role as a CEO of a public limited company because it ultimately aligns with my career goals. So role as a, even you could say if you're a teacher, I would want to be a principal or a director of a school. I mean, whatever you want to say, okay. So I am the idea of exploring as a software engineer or coding manager, I don't know, whatever, I'm not very technical, but this is a copy paste for your future, okay. So it aligns with my career goals. So very good idea. Or and then you can say my goal is to be a CFO, that is the Chief Finance Officer of Dada Company, of Tata Sons, or whatever, I don't know, whatever company you want to say. Again, this you have to mold. And this is copy paste. Here's hoping that everything works out smoothly, like that. Okay, don't say in a monotone, I am open to the idea of exploring a role as a principal because it aligns with my career goals. My goal is to become the director of a CBSE school. Here's hoping for everything that works out smoothly. Please don't do like that. So, my goal is to become director of a CBSE school, and here's hoping that everything works out smoothly. Now that is punctuation. And if you do like that, nobody's going to say it is memorized. Okay. I hope you are getting it. Now, the fourth situation, I told you 10. Now you don't have a job. Ma'am, I don't have a job, so what I should be doing? So I have recently graduated with a degree in commerce or degree in arts. So I'm currently seeking employment. Seeking employment means looking out for a job. I have sent out applications to number of organizations, and my aim is to get placed as an accountant because that is where I find my joy in. Now this is very simple and you can just copy paste. Whatever you are graduated in, or I have recently passed with a degree in English, but you should say graduated, or I have recently done masters also, you can say. Done masters in da. So if you have mastered, okay. So that is not graduation, masters in, okay. That was extempo. Now, what do you like about your job? They definitely ask that. My work is deeply fulfilling because it involves teaching young children, and you remain young at heart. Therefore, they are very innocent, and I ultimately enjoy my job. So that was extempo. So you can describe your work, which is very easy. I don't know, like my work is deeply fulfilling because da. You can please describe your work that you have to do. I especially appreciate the amount of satisfaction I get in doing my job. After describing, then I especially, that means particularly, appreciate the amount of satisfaction I get in doing my job. Then they would ask, okay, then what do you dislike? Oh ma'am, what should I say when they say I dislike? So I particularly find making presentations or PPTs quite challenging, right? I do find them. I'm not because I'm not tech savvy. Okay, so that is the extempo. Or it could be as simple as like, I particularly find getting up in the mornings, quite challenging. As a part of my efforts to overcome this, I am trying to sleep early, or I am trying to enroll, okay, in some online course so that I can brush up my skills. Again, that is an extempo. It always comes like that. I never script. Now, suppose they are asking about the people in your career or in your job, you can always do that. So most of the times my co-workers are good to work with because they are understanding, they are cooperative, whatever you want to say. But sometimes I find it hard to work or cope up. You can say hard to work or cope up with people who indulge in office politics or who shirk work. Shirk work means that they don't want to work. Or people who are not serious of their work, or those people who do not keep to the deadlines. Again, that is extempo. Okay, anything you can say, and you can expand your answers. I have a huge respect for my boss, who is very understanding, creative and innovative, whatever you want to, because he is down to earth also, you can say down to earth, again extempo. So whatever quality you want to include, you can include, and it becomes a very good answer. So my interactions with my customers or my clients is generally positive because they all are very understanding and have patience, and therefore my job, I utterly or I sincerely enjoy doing my job. Now if you want to include any location thing in your this thing, like if you want to say in the past I was the past job, and now you want to say recently I have transitioned to work remotely, which suits me because I have children to look after, or I have my parents to look after, or my workplace is 3 hours drive from my home. Okay, so whatever reason you want to give, that why you have transitioned to remote. The location of my office is very convenient. Either it could be remote or it could be very convenient because it's stone throw distance from my place. Stone throw distance from my place. Okay, from my residence, you can say anything. This is now all extempo. My office location is a bit remote because it takes me 2 hours, which means my commute from home takes longer than I prefer, because it is, you can say, 90 kilometers away from my place, which means my commute from my home takes longer than X, is bit remote. Okay, that means it is bit far off. Okay, like that. Now if you are a homemaker, you do not have any job and you are at home. So if you are unemployed, that is something different. But if you are a homemaker, somebody asked me, so I have made a very good answer, and you can choose whatever you want. You need not write it, I mean you do not need to speak at that length, but then you can just choose whichever you want. Currently I am a homemaker, which means I dedicate most of my time to managing this is just copy paste for those who are at home. Even it could be males, that doesn't matter. Managing our household and taking care of my family. Even you could just do this, or you could expand it. My days usually involve organizing daily routines, handling chores like cooking and budgeting, and ensure everything runs smoothly. Again, at home, while it might sound routine, it is actually requires a lot of creativity and time management. See, you can choose, like planning meals or finding ways to keep the home tidy and welcoming. I really enjoy it because it allows me to support my family directly. Means you are supporting your family, you're doing something constructive, though I'm also considering taking online courses in the future to explore my personal interests. So you also can include this. So you are also trying to do some online course like interior design or nutrition. For now that's a linker. I take pride in creating a comfortable and nurturing environment for everyone. And these are the 10 topics. If you have liked the video, please share and comment what topic you would want more. Thank you, all of you.